Om. 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Vakratunda Mahakaya, Surya Koti Samaprabha, Nirvignam Guru Me Deva, Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada, Saraswati Namastubhyam, वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा ॐ श्रीमात्रे नमः. So we will start with verse number 54. पवित्रीकर्तृं न कर्तुम पवित्रीकर्तुं न पशुपति पराधीन हृदये पशुपति पराधीन हृदये पवित्रीकर्तुं नः पशुपति पराधीन हृदये दया मित्रैर्नेत्रैर् अरुण धवल श्याम रुचिभिः दया मित्रैर्नेत्रैर् अरुण धवल श्याम रुचिभिः पवित्रीकर्तुं न पशुपति पराधीन हृदये दयामित्रैर्नेत्रैररुणधवल श्याम रुचिभिः नदः शोणो गंगा तपनतनयोति ध्रुवममुम् नदः शोणो गंगा तपनतनयोति ध्रुवममुम् त्रयाणां तीर्थानाम् उपनयसि संभेदमनघं त्रयाणां तीर्थानाम् उपनयसि संभेदनघं नदः शोणो गंगा तपनतनयोति ध्रुवममुम् त्रयाणां तीर्थानाम् उपनयसि संभेदं मनघम् पवित्रीकर्तुम नः means to purify us. Pavitri kartum, purifying. Pavitri meaning to pure, to be pure. Pavitri kartum. Pashupati, Pashupati is Shiva. Paradhina Ridaye. Paradhin means the opposite of Swadhin, right? We know Swadhinata Divas. Swadhinata Divas means the day of independence. So Paradhin means completely dependent. Adhina means dependent. Paradhina, completely independent. Paradhina Ridaye. The heart is completely surrendered to Pashupati, to Shiva. So Pavitrikartumna Pashupati Paradhina Ridaye Daya Mitreir Netreihi Daya Mitreir Netreihi Daya compassion Mitrei friendliness Daya Mitreir Netre eyes Aruna Dhavala Shama Ruchibihi Ruchibihi meaning very attractive. Aruna Dhavala Shama, three colors. We have already seen that earlier. Aruna, red. Dhavala, white. Shama is dark black. Kali, one of the forms of Kali is called Shama Kali. Shama Kali is when she is jet black in color. When she is Dakshina Kali, she is dark blue in color. Right? But when she is Shama Kali, when she is dark, jet black. Right? So that is the word name, her name itself is called Shama. Krishna is called Shama. He is dark in color. Right? So same way, so there is so when we are seeing the three colors of the eyes, we are seeing red, white, and black. Attractive, red, white, and black. Nada means rivers. Nadaha means plural. Nadi, singular. Nadaha, plural. Nadaha. Tono Ganga, the river Shona and the river Ganga. Tapana Tanaya. Tapana Tanaya. Tapana Tanaya means, Tapana is the name of the sun. Tapa means heat. Tapana, he who causes heat. Tapana Tanaya. Tanaya means, Tana means body. He who is born out of the body of Surya. That is Yamuna. right? The name of Yamuna. Yamuna is the daughter of Surya. Her another name is called Tapati. The river Tapati is also called the daughter of Surya. So not the river Tapti near Surat, not that river, right? Yamuna is called Tapati. So Tapati, Yamuna, she's also called Krishna. She is dark in color. So if you go to Prayag, you will see that the waters of Yamuna are dark and the waters of Ganga are light, muddish or whitish in color. And Tapati, Tanaya, Iti, Dhruvam, surely, Amum, this, Amaha, this, Amum. So here he's saying the three rivers, Sona, Ganga, and Yamuna. Now, the river Sona, it is very interesting. When we do Panchayatana Puja, right? One of the pujas which has been established by Adi Shankaracharya, he says you have to do Panchayatana Puja. Panchayatana Puja means that puja for 5 deities. 5 deities, who are they? Ganapati, Devi, Shiva, Vishnu, and Surya. Okay. Now, for all of these, instead of putting idols, they are put with stones. So, for Shiva, you take a lingam from Narmada river. It is called Bana Lingam. The rivers that if you ever go to Omkareshwar and you take a dip over there, you will find stones under your feet, right? I always feel hesitant to take a dip at Omkareshwar because where you are stepping, it is all Shivalingas. पत्थर उठाइए वो शिवलिंग है. So they are called Banalinga, right? Then for Vishnu, what do we use? We use Shaligrama, another stone. Correct? Similarly, for Ganapati, for Surya, as well as for Devi, stones are used. The stone from the Shona river is red in color and is used for worshipping Devi. Right? The river Shona is Shonita. The river Shonita, so Shona itself means red in color. So here, Acharya, instead of using Yamuna, Ganga, and Saraswati, he has used Shona river intentionally because Shona is red in color. Saraswati is white in color. Ganga is also white in color. Yamuna is black in color. अब ये तीनों रिवर का मिश्रण देखिए, Shona red, Ganga white, Yamuna black. Just before that, he talked about Aruna, Dhavala, Shyama. The same three the rivers there he has brought here. Just as exactly as taking a dip, Trayanam Tirthanam, the 3 tirthas, Upanayasi Samdheram Anagham. Agha means sins, Papa. Anagha means to destroy our sins. Right? Vishnu के सहस्र नाम में उनका एक नाम है Anagh. So he is he who is without sin. So Anagham, you become sinless. How do you become sinless? Because of the grace that flows from her 3 eyes. As good as taking a dip in the 3 rivers. In the confluence of the 3 rivers, when you take a dip, क्या कहते हैं, प्रयागराज में जाके डुबकी मारो तो और कभी भी वापस नहीं आना पड़ेगा, राइट? See, it is also a matter. So कबीरदास कहते हैं कि यदि वही सच होता तो सारे मछलियां क्या होता, सबको मोक्ष मिल जाता. All the fishes who are swimming in Prayagraj, they should also get moksha. So one day, the Shiva and Parvati told Shiva that people say that if you take a dip in the Ganga, you will become sinless. Is that really true? So Shiva said, people say that, I don't know. So then she said, no, I want to test this. So then she went there as a very old woman and she told Shiva, come, you become an old man and you become a corpse here. तो शव के हिसाब से एकदम बीमार होके शव के हिसाब से वहां लेट गए, almost on the verge of death. And she's sitting there crying, my husband is about to die, my husband is about to die. And he dies over there. Now she starts beating her chest. My husband is dead. My husband is dead. So Ganesh comes over there in the form of a young Brahmin boy and says, Mother, don't worry. Anybody who is sinless, if they touch him, he will become alive again. He now starts shouting, please, somebody who is sinless in this vast city of Kashi, ek to aadmi hoga, one person who is sinless, please come and touch. Nobody is wanting to touch because anybody touches and he does not come alive, everybody will know, na? ये तो पापी है. तो उसमें एक आदमी था, वो दिन रात वेश्या के घर में जाता था, बीवी को छोड़ के चला गया था, उधार से डूबा हुआ था, दारू पी के मत्त था. तो ये इसका सुनना सोच ऐसा सुन के he said, wait mother, I will do it. And he jumped into the Ganga, came out and touched. And the corpse became alive. Because between the bath and the touch, he has not committed a sin. And the moment he took a dip over there, he became sinless. This is Kashi Kshetra, Kashi ke Sthal Puran ke andar mein ye kahaniyan hai. So, such a beautiful, it is your belief, our belief that when we go there, see, so many people go there. Some people don't sense any energy. But if you have been to Kashi with your open heart, you know how the moment you step into that place, the whole body starts vibrating because of that energy. When you stand in front of Kala Bhairav, you cannot but start shivering. Although उनकी मूर्ति भी नहीं दिखती है, खाली पैर दिखते हैं. उसके बावजूद क्यों? क्योंकि हम लोग अपने आप को ओपन करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. मगर हम यदि मछली बन के रहेंगे, like Kabir Das says, if you are a fish swimming in the water of Ganga all the time, you will not get moksha. So here Acharya says, if we are open to the grace of Devi, which is all the time flowing, Daya Mitrir Netrehi, right? Daya Mitrir Netrehi, the compassion, friendship, continuously flowing. There is no need to be afraid of her. ओ मैं तो काली से डरता हूँ, इतनी बड़ी बड़ी लाल लाल आंखें हैं, जीभ इतनी बड़ी निकली हुई है. अरे वो रूप है दिखाने के लिए. उसके पीछे क्या है? वो तीनों आंखों से धारा निकल रही है. किसकी? करुणा की, दया की, मित्री की. And that when we open ourselves, it is better than taking a bath in Sona, Ganga, Yamuna. You take bath in all of these. Right? Trayanam Tirthanam. All the three, if you go to all these three places, go to take a bath in all of them. Even then, nothing will work as much as just the opening yourself to the grace of she who has completely surrendered to Shiva. Pashupati Paradhina Hridaye. Completely surrendered. The Shakti and Shiva cannot function without each other. Both are manifestations of the Supreme Brahman. One takes the form of Prakasha, the other takes the form of Vimarsha. Vimarsha means reflection. Without the reflection, Prakasha cannot do anything, which we saw in the first verse itself. Right? Shiva, Shaktya, etc. We saw that. So that when without that combination, this universe cannot be running. But how does the universe run? It is when it is completely merged with Supreme Consciousness. That Supreme Consciousness which she is expressing here, that is flowing. Shiva's consciousness, Shiva's complete consciousness flows through her, filtered by her compassion, and reaches us through her three eyes. All the three gunas, Trigunamayi, all the gunas, even my tamas is only from her. Even my rajas is only from her. Even my sattva is only from her. Because she is Trigunaatita. त्रिगुणमयी तो मेरे लिए है वो, क्योंकि मैं त्रिगुणात्मिक हूं, तो मेरे लिए वो मुझे समझाने के लिए वो त्रिगुणात्मिक रूप में मेरे सामने खड़ी होती है. तीन बड़े बड़े आंखों के लेकर, जिसमें श्याम रंग, लाल रंग और व्हाइट रंग लेकर. So that is what he says in verse number 54. Then let us look at verse number 55.
So that the three colors, that is red, white and black, also represent the gunas, no?
Correct.
Okay. And the Sono Nadi, I mean, Son Nadi, where exactly? Is it a mystical river?
No, no, no. Patna. Go to Patna. Patna is on Son. And earlier, one of the longest bridges, not now, earlier when we were young children, we used to be given quiz questions. Longest bridge in India. It is, we call this Dehri on Son. Dehri on Son. Longest bridge. Because the Son and Ganga, Son itself is a very wide river, and then Ganga, they both merge. At that merging point, there's a town called Dehri, and the bridge across that point used to be a very long bridge. Now there are bigger bridges, Faraka Bridge and all that have become longer. But Dehri on Son. Son is a very much a very physical river present at Patna. So let us look at the next verse. निमेषोन्मेषाभ्याम निमेषोन्मेषाभ्याम श है याद रखिएगा निमेषोन्मेषाभ्याम प्रलयमुदयं याति जगति प्रलयमुदयं याति जगति निमेषोन्मेषाभ्याम प्रलयमुदयं याति जगति तवेत्याहुः there is a visarga there tavetyahu santo tavetyahu santo dharanidhara rajanyatanaye dharanidhara rajanyatanaye tavetyahu santo dharanidhara rajanyatanaye nimeshonmeshabhyam pralayamudayam yati jagati तवेत्याहुः संतो धरणिधर राजन्यतनये त्वदुन्मेषाज्जातं जगदिदमशेषं प्रलयतः त्वदुन्मेषाज्जातं जगदिदमशेषं प्रलयतः परित्रातुं शंके परिरित निमेषा तव दृशः परिरित निमेषास्तव दृशः परित्रातुं शंके परिरित निमेषास्तव दृशः त्वदुन्मेषाज्जातं जगदिदमशेषं प्रलयतः परित्रातुं शंके परिरित निमेषास्तव दृशः निमेषोन्मेषाभ्यां प्रलयमुदयं याति जगति तवेत्याहुः संतो धरणिधर राजन्यतनये त्वदुन्मेषाज्जातं जगदिदमशेषं प्रलयतः परित्रातुं शंके परिरित निमेषास्तव दृशः निमेष उन्मेष blinking of the eyes, closing and opening of the eyes. Nimesha unmesha bhyam, together, both by the winking of both. You have the closing and opening of your eyes. Pralayam udayam yati jagati. This universe, Jagati, both Pralayam, destroyed, and is recreated. Pralayam Udayam Yati Jagati. Right? In Lalita Sahasranamam, what does it say? If you remember the name? Anybody? Unmesha Nimishotpanna Vipanna Bhuvanavali. याद है? उन्मेष निमिषोत्पन्न विपन्न भुवनावली. आंख बंद करो प्रलय, आंख खोलो सृष्टि. Right? Verse number, name number 280 or 281. I don't remember exactly the number. So very clearly, she is here saying nimishonneshabhyam pralayam udayam yati jagati. Tavetyahuhu. Tava iti ahu santaha. Tava, your. Iti, thus. Ahu, say. Ahu. Santa, those who are wise. Dharanidhara rajanya tanaye. Dharanidhara means he who holds this earth. Right? Mountains are supposed to be holding up the earth. So, Dharanidhara Rajanya, king of the mountains, Tanaye, daughter. O daughter of the king of mountains, I know that just by the closing of your eyes and the opening of your eyes, the multitudes of universes, Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda, they are created and destroyed just in the process of your blinking. Tava Unmesha Jatam, being born. Tvat Unmeshat, by your opening of your eyes. What is arising? Jagat idam ashesham, this entire endless universe, jagatam, idam, this is created. Pralayataha, from the pralay, paritratum, protecting, tanke, I think, paririta nimeshas, not winking, tavadrishaha. Now this is a very beautiful twist that Acharya is doing. He says, the wise people say that Unmesha Nimishotpanna Vipanna Bhuvanavali, which means you are creating and destroying. But you know what? I think that actually, because you don't wink, you are protecting this entire universe. Tum winky nahi karti ho. Remember what is one of her names? Meenakshi. What is Meenakshi? I gave you 3 meanings for that. One, she whose eyes are like a fish, beautiful, like eyes shaped like a fish. Another meaning, like a fish, the eyes are all the time moving. So they are watching. The third, the eyes never blink. Fish does not have eyelids. It does not blink, which means she is all the time watching. Right? And Acharya, he is very, very beautifully, he has connected and saying, you are like that Meenakshi. You are continuously watching. So there is no Unmesha Nimisha. तुम तो उन्मेषा निमेषा करती ही नहीं हो. तुम हमारी तरफ, your protection towards us is so compassionate that you will protect us from destruction permanently. And therefore, you will never stop looking at us. I think this. He's saying, Shanke, this is my thinking. Wise people say that when you blink, you close your eyes, the universe is destroyed. When you open your eyes, the universe is created. But I think, no, mother, you are my mother. You cannot be destroying. You can only be, not only be not creating, you are only protecting. You are only somebody who is continuously protecting me. Who is continuously protecting me. You have no other feeling towards of destruction, of all those feelings. You are only protective. We are your children. We are your children. Deepest sleep may be, the child turns and the mother wakes up, isn't it? आपके बाजू में आपके बच्चे को आप सुलाया हुआ है, आप गहरी नींद में हैं, and the child turns. Immediately the mother wakes up. The father will be snoring. Mother wakes up. Because she's constantly alert. And if the earthly mother can do that much, just imagine what will the divine mother, who is far, far, far more loving, far more unexpected, without any expectation love for us, what will she be doing? Her love, her compassion for us is so much that she is constantly protecting us. Anything that happens, always remember. So I have told you about my Delhi mother. She used to, so when she was also a very staunch believer in the Divine Mother, and she used to say, so somebody got hurt, ungli pe खरोच आ गया, नाखून टूट गया, तो मतलब ये अच्छा ही हुआ ना, इससे ज्यादा हो सकता था, माँ ने बचा लिया. See, the attitude towards how we look at things, when we look at that with that protection, when we understand and feel that she is the one who is constantly around me, she is my kavacham, she is my protection, then there is nothing that can go wrong in our life. So Acharya is very beautiful here. He's such a very emphatic, positive attitude. He says, wise men say that she annihilates and recreates. And he says, Shankaracharya says, I don't disagree with that. But I think that there is no winking at all. You are only constantly looking at us. What is this process of annihilation and creation? This annihilation and creation is nothing but our past and future behavior. We are not in the present. But if we are with the mother, we are always here in the present. There is no other place for us to be. Right? So that is verse number 54 and 55. Let us look at Kilakam. Which verse are we to start from in Kilakam?
Eight.
Okay,
8. So, let us see.
Dadati pratigranati
Dadati pratigrinhati nanyatesha prasidati ittham rupena kilena mahadevena kilitam. Dadati gives, giving, pratigrinhati accepting, taking, receiving. Nanyat esha. Nanyat. Esha means she. Right? No or not. Anyatha, otherwise. Prasidati, becomes pleased. Itham rupena, in this manner, in this form. Kilena, with the pin, with the nail. Mahadeva, Shiva. Kilatam, you are pinning. So what he is saying here is saying that you should surrender yourself to her lotus feet, receive in return her grace. Otherwise, she is not mechanically, if you recite the if you recite the Devi Mahatmya mechanically, she is not pleased. But when you recite it with that Kilakam in this manner, even Mahadeva, he has pinned the mantras of the Devi Mahatmyam. He has given this to us. Mahadeva has given this to us. He has pinned the mantras. He has nailed them of the Devi Mahatmyam through this Kilakam. Yo nishkilam vidhayenam chandim japati nityashaha. Yo nishkilam vidhayenam chandim japati nityashaha. Sasiddhasta ganaha stotha gandharvo jayate dhruvam. Siddhassa ganasotha gandharvo jayate dhruvam. So, yo nishkilam, unpinning, right? Unpinning the kilakam. Vidhayena, making her. Vidhayenam, chandim. Chandi means the Devi Mahatmyam here, not Devi. Chandim here refers to, contextually, refers to the Mahatmyam. Japati, doing the recitation. Nityashaha, always, constantly. Sa siddhaha, becomes siddha. Sa ganaha, becomes an attendant of Shiva. Sa lokya, samipya moksha. Sa athaha, indeed, gandharva, becomes a gandharva, or he becomes a gandharva. Jayate, becomes, is born as, definitely. So he says, if you are constantly dwelling on her form, by pinning her in your heart, and you recite that, and you make her manifest, you become a Siddha, you become a Gana, you become a Gandharva in the court of Devi. Verse number 10. Na chaiva patavam tasya bhayam kwapi na jayate napa mrityuvasham yati mrittecha mokshamapnuyat. This is obviously very easy. Now it says, Chaiva Patavam. Patavam means, apatava means sickness. Cha eva apatava. Apatava means sickness. So, na cha eva patavam. No sickness will come. Tasya. Bhayam, no fear. Kwapi, anywhere. Na jayate. Napa, na apamrityu. Apamrityu, untimely death, premature death. Vasham, becoming a victim. Yati, some person becomes. Mrite cha, dead. Mrite cha, moksham apnuyat. He attains immortality. He attains immortality. He attains moksha. Yeah, after death, he attains moksha and he attains immortality, which means basically you attain the eternal knowledge that you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are not the intellect. Jnatva prarabhya kurvitam, jnatya prarabhya kurvitam, hyakurvano vinashyati, jnatva prarabhya kurvitam, hyakurvano vinashyati, tato jnatyeva sampurnam, idam prarabhyate budhaihi. So here it says, only after knowing the Kilakam, he should begin to recite the Devi Mahatmyam. If not done in this manner, he is deprived of the fruits of recitation. Is that true? Why should I recite? Why should I recite the Kilakam? Oh, if you do anything mechanically, nothing will work. But if you understand the meaning of the Kilakam and say, by reciting this, I am pinning her in my heart, and then I am reciting the Devi Mahatmyam, and then when the Dhyana shlokas come and it says Ghanta, Shulena, and you can actually see the Ghanta, you can see the Shula, you can see the Pasha, you can see her in the 18-handed form riding on that lion, you can see her terrible anger that is coming out towards all the enemies that you are holding in the forest of your own heart. That form comes visible in front of you, and then all the desires that you have will get burnt out. So therefore he says, Gyatva prarabhya kurvitam. So therefore he says, only after knowing and doing and reciting the Kilakam, which means after not only reciting, not mechanically, by pinning, actually pinning. And that is why those who are wise, they tato jnatvaiva sampurnamidam prabhrate budhaihi. Those who are wise, they do the pinning. Only then they start. Saubhagyadi yat kinchid drishyate lalana jane saubhagyadi yakish saubhagyadi yat नहीं ये क्या हो रहा है सौभाग्यादि च यत् किंचित दृश्यते ललना जने सौभाग्यादि च यत् किंचित सौभाग्यादि all the adi means etc. Saubhagya, good luck, good fortune, beauty, charm, etc., all those things, cha, etc. Yat kinchit, whatever is present. Drishyate, to see, lalana jane, right? Lalana means women, jana means denoting many persons. So, whatever good fortune, beauty, charm, etc., that is seen in women, tat sarvam tat prasadena, all of that is your doing. So all that we see that is auspicious, tat sarvam tat prasadena tena japyamidam shubham. So when we see what is this doing? Remember that this is being chanted by a male, right? It has been told by a male. So when we are seeing something which is physically attractive outside us, we know that it is nothing but the power of the Devi. हम लोग chapter 10 में भी विभूति योग में वही कर रहे हैं. Right, exactly the same thing here in 2 shlokas. Entire chapter 10 has been captured, and it is saying कि जहां मुझे जो भी auspicious, powerful, जो भी दिख रहा है, वो nothing but my power. It is Devi's power. You understand that, and therefore the baser emotions of lust, desire, wanting, holding, all of that will go away. सौभाग्यादि च यत्किंचित् दृश्यते ललना जने तत्सर्वं तत्प्रसादेन तेन जप्यमिदं शुभम्. Then 13, शनैस्तु जप्यमानेऽस्मिन् स्तोत्रे सम्पत्तिरुच्यकैः भवत्येव समग्रापि ततः प्रारभ्यमेव तत्. So if this stotra is chanted gently, without haste, shanaistu. Shanai means slowly, which is why the Shani, the planet Saturn, he goes slowly around the entire his orbit. So he is therefore called Shaneshchara, he who moves slowly. So Shanaistu Japyamane. So they're not reciting mechanically. Shanaistu, chanted gently, without haste, meditating on the true meaning of each of the mantras. Then one, what does he get? Sampatti ruchaihi. You get the wealth of the highest kind. What is the wealth of the highest kind? Moksha. Bhavatyeva samagrapi. Right? One becomes whole. Bhavatyeva samagrapi. You become whole, become wholeness. We are so fragmented. Half here, half there, thinking of 100 different things. Mentally, half in the future, half in the past. You become whole. Samagrapi. Tata prarabhyameva tat. So that therefore one should start with chanting the Kilaka. Aishwaryam yat prasadena saubhagyarogya sampadaha. So this is very simple, right? Aishwarya yat prasadena saubhagya arogya sampadaha. You get all the saubhagya, arogya and Aishwaryam. Tatruhani paro moksha tuyate sana kinjanaihi. Satruhani, all the by the mercy of Devi, all the Shatrus are destroyed. Which are the Shatrus? There are no Shatrus that I have outside this world. All the Shatrus are inside me. All the Shatrus are inside me. And there is a beautiful shloka to Veera Shasta, and in that it says Arudha Prouda Vega, and in that it says you hunt the tremendous demons such as Kama Krodha in the forest of my heart. That is why you are Veera Shasta. Right? All these big demons are all inside. There are no demons roaming around. कोई भैंस का मुंह लेकर नहीं घूम रहा है. भैंस का मुंह is nothing but lust. Elephant ka muh is nothing but ego. Right? Today is Jagadhatri Puja. You will see her four-handed form, holding a shankha and a chakra, holding 5 arrows. We know the meaning of 5 arrows, right? Holding 5 arrows and holding one dhanush, sitting on a lion. And the lion is standing on a head of an elephant, head of a black elephant. He is standing on the head of a black elephant. Ego is completely subdued. Desires are under control. The mind is alert, dhanush. Right? It is constantly active, but it is centrifugally active. And the concentration comes through the nada of the shankha, which is omkara. That is her iconography in the form of Jagadhatri. So he says, Shatruhani Paromoksha Stuyate Samna Kinjanehi. So why shouldn't she be praised? So there is nothing but to be praising her only. Chandikam Hridayenapi Yasmaret Satatam Naraha Ridyam Kamam Vapnoti Hridi Devi Sada Vaset. So he who constantly remembers her, Chandikam Hridayenapi Smaret Satatam Naraha. He who constantly remembers her, he attains his innermost longing. Devi dwells constantly in his heart, which means he always feels the presence of the conscious form of Devi in himself. The Bhaskaraya, one of the great Devi Upasakas who has written Bhashyam on Soundarya Lahari as well as on Lalita Sahasranamam, he never used to do namaskaram to any of the sannyasis. So he said, so one of the sadhus once said, you are not a sannyasi, you should do a namaskar to the sannyasis when they come. He said, I am ready to do namaskar to the sannyasis, but she who dwells in me, I cannot allow her to bow down to anybody else. Everybody should be bowing down to her. He said, what do you mean? He said, you keep your kamandalu here and I will show you. That sadhu kept the kamandalu. Bhaskaraya did namaskar to this kamandalu. The kamandalu turned into dust. And she said, therefore, with no ego, I cannot do the namaskaram. So from distance, when I see a sadhu, I say, whatever is ego in me, left in me, let me do namaskar. But I cannot bow this body down because in me, in constant conscious presence of Mahadevi. So it says, sorry, Chandikam Hridayenapi Yasmaret Satatam Nara Ridyam Kama Vapnoti Hridi Devi Sada Vaset. Hridi Devi Sada Vaset. Then it says, last shloka, Agratomum Mahadeva Kritam Kilakavaranam. Agratomum
I think the
Mahadeva.
last shloka is not there in that.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
send it, is it?
the last one is not there.
Acha, I didn't send it. Okay. Okay, I think I sent only up to Aishwaryam.
हाँ
हाँ, उसके बाद वाले दोनों मैंने भेजे नहीं है, मैं भेज देता हूँ.
Up till
So,
14, yes.
हाँ, okay. 15 and 16. चंडिका हृदयनेऽपि यत् स्मरेत् सततं नर हृद्यं कामवमाप्नोति हृदि देवी सदा वसेत्. This I will send later. Agratomum Mahadeva Kritam Kilaka Varanam. Kilaka Varanam here means Kilaka, this Kilaka Varanam as a preventive measure, right? As a preventive measure, now the Kilaka created by Mahadeva. निष्किलञ्च तथा कृत्वा पठितव्यं समाहितैः. So after this, after reciting this and unpinning what? Not the Devi's consciousness, but all the other things that we have pinned over here. When we unpin all of that nishkalancha, then we should do the patha of the Devi Mahatmyam with concentration, samahitaihi. So these are the last two shlokas which I will send later.
Is it possible to buy, if we buy this Devi Mahatmyam, the book from Giri store in English, with all the English,
you will
message?
there are multiple versions, so you look for a version which has all the, you ask the storekeeper that the Purvangam Uttarangam also in the same book.
Yes.
ऐसा कोई किताब है कि नहीं वो पूछिए, because many times what they do, and especially if Meena ji will get from Gita Press, तो Gita Press में जो है, they have only the Devi Mahatmyam, the 13 chapters. उसमें उत्तरांग पूर्वांग होता नहीं है, तो ये उत्तरांग पूर्वांग जरूरी है.
तो सर ये हिंदी का वर्जन कहाँ मिलेगा फिर मुझे?
मैं देखता हूँ, मिल जाएगा. मेरे पंडित जी को पूछता हूँ, मेरे जो गुजराती पंडित जी है उनको पूछता हूँ कि
जी
कहाँ मिलेगा. ठीक है.
So the Argala, Kilakam, everything will be there along with the Devi Mahatmyam also.
Yes. So Devi Mahatmyam, the Purvangam is the Dhyana, Nyasa, Argala, Kilaka, etc. Uttaranga is called Tri Rahasya and Kunjika, Siddha Kunjika. These are the Uttaranga.
सर इसमें पूरा हिंदी में, मतलब जो श्लोक के साथ में संस्कृत के श्लोक है उसके साथ में उसका हिंदी ट्रांसलेशन भी आएगा ना?
हाँ.
जो आप मुझे बताएं, प्लीज आप मुझे बताइए ना. तो देवी से प्यार हो गया.
हमेशा
माँ
ही
मुझे
था.
प्यार करने लगी.
नहीं,
सुनो,
हमेशा
माँ
ही
मुझे
था,
प्यार करने
अभी
लगी.
ज्यादा हो गया है, वही
यस
हो रहा
यस
है.
वो सब ऐसा दिखता है, कुछ होता है तो कि ये सब माँ कर रही है, ऐसा हो रहा तो अच्छा. एक नई चीज आ गई. पहले एक चीज होती थी, मैं तुझ में हूँ, तू मुझ में नहीं है, नहीं मैं मुझ में नहीं है. और अभी क्या होगा कि जो कुछ भी गड़बड़ होता है सब माँ ने ही किया तो अच्छा ही किया होगा ना. ये कुछ एक लाइन है, फिट हो गई दिमाग में. कुछ भी टेंशन नहीं होता है, चाहे जितनी बड़ी चीज हो जाती है गड़बड़.
The wake up itself is with Sri Matre Namaha. Means it has changed a lot, Anna. I don't know. I have no words for it.
It is all
ये
her
बात
play.
सही है.
Leela Vinodini Bala.
हम अभी मैं वो सिद्ध कुंजी का स्त्रोत पढ़ती रहती हूँ ऐसे, मतलब सुबह में मेरे को अच्छा लगता है तो मैं उसको पढ़ती हूँ, तो फिर उसका अर्थ भी मेरे को समझ में आता है. अभी मैं ललिता सहस्त्र नाम शुरू करने का है, तो मैं ऐसे सोच रही हूँ कि फ्राइडे को शुरू करूंगी.
Lalita Sahasranamam has become a daily thing while cooking, while walking, while running. It has become by heart now. I don't know how it has happened.
क्या आप म्यूट हो गए दीदी?
निमिषोत्पन्न ना, immediately it.
So you are on mute, I think. Priya, you are on mute.
Yes.
So actually, that is what is wanted. See, when people say, "Oh, have you been initiated into Sri Vidya?" I say, all that is bullshit. Sorry to use that word. It is all bullshit. Who will initiate? Who is the initiator? Who is the initiated? On initiation, kya initiation? People have actually asked me, "Oh, you are teaching Devi Mahatmyam to people online with no initiation." How are you not in? You have to initiate them first. I said, all that is nothing. When you were born, did you ask your permission from your mother to come outside? She only brought you outside. She brought you up. She slapped you. She beat you. When that time also you said, "Mummy, mummy." When she gave you love and affection and she fed you very beautiful food, you said, "Mummy, mummy." She cleaned your diaper. You said, "Mummy, mummy." That is what you are even now. You are nothing but a small child. You are a toddler. And you need permission from somebody to come and pray to her. Nothing. Nothing is required. Yes, there are processes, there are systems. We will get into that. Those processes and systems makes things more structured. But the love for her, it has no reason for being any process to be followed. Chaliye, let us end. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.